I have 3 answers to this question, and the third answer is a secret that is the key to getting kids to read your books. Okay, let's get started. So the question that was sent to me was how to reach more kids as a new author. Now, this is a common question for writers who are their target market is children, so we're writing children's books, and we're trying to figure out how do we get more children to read our books, which is an excellent question because there's a whole series of challenges that are with children's books that we don't face when dealing with books that are written for adults. But before I get into the answers, let me just comment. This is Chris Baird from selfpublishingmadeeasynow.com. Go ahead and click the subscribe bell if you'd like me to make more videos like this one. And check below in the links and you'll see a link to my self-publishing secrets checklist that will help you get started and may hit some things you've not considered if you have been writing books for a while. So let's get into it. When I first started writing books, I was not interested in targeting the children's market. I was writing books for adults. However, my own children ended up writing some books, and I published those, and those did hit within the children's markets. We're dealing with books with pictures along the lines of things that other children would like to read, books written by children for children. And so that brings up an interesting question, which was how exactly would I get them before other people, other children? And in my case, we got them in front of children by using ads. So that was the primary way of finding readers for children's books, or in this case, children's books written by children. So, but it is a very tricky question, and it's sort of a bigger question, and which is for any given market, how do you find that market, and how do you target that market so that they would be able to get it? After all, on the one side, you're creating a product or service that they would like, and on the other side you have an audience that is very interested in buying your product or service, but they need to know about it. And that's one of the key questions, which is just with marketing itself. Okay, so let's move into it. So the first answer is that you need to make sure that your book is optimized for your readers, or in this case, the children that you're going to be writing for. And the way that we're going to do that is by making sure that our cover matches the genre. So it should not look like an adult cover if it's a children's book. The title needs to be optimized as well. So it's something that we can tell would be for children. You have your keywords that you're choosing, like for children, and it also gives us the ability in some places where we publish our book, it'll even ask us who is our target audience, and we can say that it is children. So that gives us another option. I saw this is within Ingram Spark, for example, when you're doing paper books, and many children like to read paper books or hardback books even better. The description, so the way that we write the description is another key issue that will pull in our readers. And even when we're doing the sneak preview of the book, we want to get right on into the story so that they can see this is exactly a book that's a perfect match for children. Then number 2, we're going to run ads targeting other books in the same genre. So we'll look for other authors and we're going to choose their names and their book titles in our ads so that we're trying specifically to bring people who already have found other children books that they like, maybe to find ours. The keywords themselves that we're using in the ads is a key issue, right? And the third point, which is the secret I mentioned earlier, it is the fact that you actually aren't really targeting the children. Rather, you're targeting their parents, okay? And this is a little tricky for a lot of people. It's not like a cereal commercial where you're running a cereal commercial for the kids, and then they're like, oh, I want that cereal. It's not going to work that way. It's going to be that the parents are going to see the ads and the marketing campaigns that you're doing for those books that they're interested in, and the parents will then click and buy the books for the children. So it's very important. Sometimes it's easy to forget that we think our target audience, they don't have credit cards. It's the parents who will buy the books, or the grandparents or friends. They will buy the books for those children. So you need to ask yourself, where are these parents and friends? Where exactly are they? And then we can properly target them. And I'm assuming we're dealing with children who do not have credit cards, of course. So because if you were dealing with young adults, that would be a little different of a category. So and we're we're not thinking about them when we're looking at this particular issue, okay? So what have you found? Have you found places where you can sell your children books that maybe I haven't addressed here, or maybe better ways of going about doing that? Go ahead and let me know, and check out above for additional questions just like this one. Thanks.